Okay, good evening all. You are welcome to Tutorials with Formatting the Schoolboy. Today we'll take a look at mathematics. We look at the offshoot from laws of indices and offshoot from logarithm. Laws of what? Logarithm. From laws of indices, the offshoot equation that came from there is known as what? Exponential what? Equation. Then from laws of logarithm, the one that came from there is known as what? Logarithmic what? Equation. So we start with exponential equation first. Exponential what? I'll just give you an equation. I'll just give you a question because we have discussed law of logarithm in the law of indices in what? Detail. So I will just give you some equations, then we'll solve. From there, I will explain, okay? We'll not waste time on that. Now, take down the following. Take down the following exponential. Take down the following. Now, solve the following exponential equations. Solve the following exponential equation. I think it's better I write it down so that just give me a few minutes. Let me write it on the board. So as you can see on the board, solve the following exponential equations. A says 5 raised to the power 2x minus 26 in bracket 5 raised to the power x, bracket closes, plus 25 is equal to what? 0. B says 5 raised to the power 2x plus 1 minus 26, open bracket, write 5 raised to the power x, bracket closes, plus 5 is equal to what? 0. C says 3 raised to the power x all squared plus 2, bracket opens, 3 raised to the power x, bracket closes, minus 3 is equal to 0. D says 2 raised to the power 2x plus 2 raised to the power x plus 1 minus 8 is equal to what? 0. Who has come across this type of equation before? Who? You. Who? You have. But that means you can solve it now. I come out. I come out now. You forgot to. Hey. So you read to forget. Or you read to retain and teach others. Choose no tegaka. Okay. All right, so if you are done copying, let's solve it. These questions, okay? Are we done? Huh? Okay. Chibuzo, are you done? Okay, now let's solve this. Remember I told you something? That some exponential equation may lead to linear equation. From solving it, you enter linear equation before you now find the value of x. Some, you enter quadratic equation before you now solve for the value of x. What are you doing? You're pressing this one and I'm smiling. What is it?
I'm not pressing it. I'm not pressing it.
You smile, right? Una smile, quoi. Now, let's look at this. Let's look at this. Let's solve this first one. Maybe after that we may stop and give assignment, okay? Maybe I'll give assignment. So I want us to be closing on time. I don't want to be staying beyond 6 p.m. It's not good. So you can go home and do other things you have. You can go, It's what? Who said it? Oshibezo. Hey, that's not your birthday. Get your birthday, come on. All right, let's solve this one, okay? Now, number A says, look at how to solve this. So you use what I did now, what I will do now to solve the rest, okay? In our next class, we'll review it and see how far, okay? Okay, now, look at this one. We have 5 raised to the power what? 2x minus 26 what? In bracket, 5 raised to the power what? X plus what? 25 is equal to what? 0. Now, look at this thing. Remember, from our law of indices, we have already have this one as separated from here. We have to 5 raised to the power what? X. From our law of indices, do you think there's anything we can do to 5 raised to the power 2x to get 5 raised to the power x? From our law of indices, go back to that law. Is there anything we can do to 5 raised to the power 2x to generate 5 raised to the power s inside it? Is there anything we can do there?
Yes.
What can we do there?
That 5 raised to the power s can also be 5 raised to the power n bracket raised to the power 2.
Perfect. We just finished that law now, and clean it up. Now. When we said that if we have a raised to the power x or y, right? Is that not saying what? A raised to the power x, what? Y. Okay? So if that is the case, that means 5 raised to the power 2x is that not saying 5 raised to the power what? X. True of us. Now. So that means we can do this in here. This is now is set as saying 5 raised to the power what? X. All bracket what? Raised to the power 2, right? Minus what? 26 in bracket 5 raised to the power what? X. Plus what? 25 over what? Sorry. What is 0? We have come to this level. Now what is the next thing we do now? You look for any alphabet and equate it to what? 5 raised to the power x, okay? We will look for any alphabet. You can say, let 5 raised to the power x be equal to y. Hello? We can say, let 5 raised to the power x be equal to what? Y. What it means that anywhere we see 5 raised to the power x, we put what? Y. So this thing now, let's replace 5 raised to the power x with y. So we have something like this. Y raised to the power what? 2. Minus what? 26 in bracket y plus what? Is equal to what? 0. So let's remove the bracket. We have what? Y squared minus what? 26y plus what? 25 is equal to what? 0. We have entered what? Quadratic equation. It shock you? I gave the warning before we started so that you will not get shocked when it happened. So with this now, we can continue. We can solve this quadratically. Let's factorize. Now, use this y squared. I want to cunningly refresh our memory on what quadratic equation now. For those that have forgotten it, and those that don't know how to solve quadratic equation at all. Now let's use this opportunity to solve what quadratic equation. Let's use factorization method here. Maybe when we treat it, we can use every method, but let's just use factorization method. Now the first to do is this. Use this to multiply this constant. We have what? 25y what? Squared, okay? We have what? 25 what? 25y what? Squared. Use this y squared. This to multiply this constant. We have what? 25y squared. Now, what are the two numbers you can multiply? What are two numbers you can multiply? You get 25y squared, y squared, and if you add them, you get minus 26y. Did you understand my question? What are two numbers or two factors that if you multiply them, you get, well, first of all, you have multiplied this by this and get 25y squared. Now, what are the two numbers that if you multiply them, you get plus, the sign is important, plus what? 25y squared. If you add them, you get minus 26y. You said what?
Minus 1 and minus 20.
She said what? Minus what?
1.
Minus what?
1.
You can simply say minus y, okay? And what?
Minus 25.
Minus what?
25.
25 what?
Y.
Y. Let's see whether it's true. Y minus y times minus 25y is what? Because I hope you know that this is sitting and saying minus 1y. I hope you know. So minus times minus is what? Plus. Is what? Plus. Y times 25y is what? Is what? 25y what? Y what? Y what? Squared. True or false? Now let's add them. If you add them, will we get minus 26y? Let's see. This is what? Multiplication. Let's do what? Let's do what? Add what? Them together. Let's add. Minus y plus minus 25y. Is that not saying minus y minus what? 25 what? Y. True or false? True or false? So you get the common factor. Here is what? Y will come out, right? We have minus y minus 1 minus what? 25. All bracket what? Y. Minus 1 minus 25 is what? Minus 1 minus 25 is what? Iji m ụgwọ 1 naira. Jide onye a ụgwọ 1 naira. Ụgwọ ego ka iji. So you are owing me 1 naira and you are owing him. Minus mean owing. Let's minus be owing. Plus be what you have, right? You are owing him 1 naira. You are owing Melrose 25 naira. How much are you owing? How much are you owing? 26 naira. So owing is minus, right? So the answer is what? Minus what? 26. That's why we have what? Minus 26 what? Y. So such numbers are what? Minus y and minus 25 what? Y. So that if that is the case now, if minus y minus 25y will give us minus 26y. So where we see minus 26y, we will replace it with what? Minus y and what? Minus 25y. Is that clear? So let's do it now. So that means y is now become y squared minus what? Y minus what? 25 what? Y. Because we are replacing this with this. Hope you know. Then plus what? 25 is equal to what? 0. Now let us solve. Let's now factorize. We have gotten the factors. Let us now factorize. There's y here. There's y here. So 1y will be what? Come out. True or false? In bracket, 1y will remain here. And what should remain here? Minus what? 1. Who is not following? Minus what? Because if you open the bracket, y times y is what? Y squared. Y times minus y is what? Minus 1 is what? Minus y. So you close this bracket. Let's work on this. What is common factor here? 25, right? So if you bring out, please be careful about your sign, please. Be careful about your what? Sign. Is what? Minus 25, okay? If we bring out minus 25, what will be inside here is what? Y, right? Plus divided by minus is what? Minus, right? What should remain here? Answer me now. Here should what? 1. Bracket what? Close is equal to what? 0. Is it clear? So we have common factor here. Y minus y, y minus 1. So we bring out y minus 1. So we now have what? Y minus what? 25 will be in what? Bracket. Then here should be y minus what? 1. Which is equal to what? 0. Hope you've copied down this. I said you do B to D as what? As what? Assignment, okay? B to D is our assignment. That's what I said. It doesn't matter. Go and research. Go and research. That's why it's an assignment. Go and research. Go and do what? Research. That's why it's what? An assignment. Now, I think I'll clean. Hope you written it down, right? Let me clean so I can conclude this thing I'm solving. So you can go. Now we have what? Where did we stop? We have here now. From the quadratic equation, what it means is that y minus 25 is equal to what? 0. Or y minus 1 is equal to what? 0. That's the meaning. So let's find y. If y minus 25 is equal to 0, that means y is equal to what? Minus 25 goes here, it becomes what? 25. Y is equal to what? 25. Or y is equal to what? 1. True or false? Now, let's go back to what we placed as y. Remember we said that 5x, 5 raised to power x is equal to what? Y. So if y is equal to 5 raised to power x, let's replace it back. That means 5 raised to power what? X is equal to what? 25. Or 5 raised to power what? X is equal to what? 1. True or false? True or false? Good. Now let's put this thing is index form. Let's put 25 in index form that will have 5 as the base. What do we get? What do we get now? Listen to what I said. 5 raised to power s is 25. 5 raised to power s is equal to what? 1. Let's put 25 as an index form such that the base is what? 5. We'll put 1 in index form such that the base is what? 5. So what will you get? 5 raised to power s is equal to what?
5 raised to power 2.
Huh? 5 raised to power what? 2. So that means because 5 raised to power 2 is what? Is 25. 5 times 5 is what? 25. Or what can we do to 1? How can you change 1 to an index form that has 5 as the base? What will you have? 5 raised to power what? Hey. So that means you put I'm not really meaning into what to be here since. 0 now. Didn't we say that any number raised to power 0 is what? 1. Is that not what we said? That any number raised to power 0 is what? 1. And I asked you to put 1 in index form such that the base is what? 5. That means 5 raised to power 0 is what? 1. So that means 5 raised to power s is equal to what? 5 raised to power what? 0. Remember what I told you that so far their base is equal, their power is should be what? Should be what? Should be what? Equal. Didn't I say it here? And if you get to a point where we have something like this, that 5 raised to power any number, maybe a raised to power, if you have a raised to power x is equal to a raised to power 2. So far this base are the same thing. S is equal to what? 2. The powers are what? Equal. True or false? We have solved a question like this before. We need T. Kedufa. Come see. Na chingwendo. Even you, we solve it here. It's not true. It's true. Means you were there. You were there. So if that is the case now, 5 will do what? True or false? X is now equal to what? 2. Or x is equal to what? 0. So the answer to this question is that x is equal to what? 2. Or x is equal to what? 0. Let me show you. If you solve something like this and you want to check whether it's true, go back to this main equation. Replace s with 2. You must get 0. Or replace s with what? 0. You must also get what? You can test it at home. We got x is equal to 2 or x equal to 0. Use wherever you see s in this initial equation, put 2. You must get what? 0. That's how to test what you have solved. Wherever we see x, you put 0, you must also get what? 0. Is it clear? So if you put 0 here now, let's test s is equal to 0. If you put 0 here now, everything here is now what? Which is what? 1. True or false? Then put 0 here. Everything here is now 1. 1 times 1 is 26 is what? minus 26 plus what? 25. The answer is what? Minus 1 minus 26 is what? Minus 25 plus 25 is what? 0. So the answer is what? 0. If you like, put 2 here. You must get what? 0. So this is what we call what? Exponential what? Equation. This is what we call what? Exponential equation. Is 606. I think we'll stop here because so we can go home and do our assignments and study. Okay? Any question? Any question? Any question? Ask. In the absence of any question, we will stop here for today. Please, before we go, I would like us to remember that tomorrow is Wednesday. Our tutorials, we don't hold our tutorials here. Tomorrow, the tutorials holds at our other center. So this thing has been streamlined. That our focus here is JAM and entrance exams here. Our focus here is what? JAM and entrance exam. And our focus there downstairs, there in the other center is mainly WAEC and those that want to write WAEC and the NECO, all these O-level exams. So here is purely JAM and entrance exam. So if you are preparing for both WAEC and JAM, I would advise you to be coming for the both of them. Then even if you are writing JAM, if you still want to be coming there, it is whatever you paid, you'll be allowed. So far you're my students, I will not chase you away. But what we do here is mainly, if you watch our question here, most of them are basically what? OBJ. There's a reason for that, okay? But there we mix OBJ theory because of there we teach you how to solve WAEC questions. But here is how to solve JAM and other entrance exam questions, okay? So tomorrow, our lecture holds down there tomorrow, same time. So, in the absence of any question, we'll stop here for today. And God will bless you as you go home. So, go home, spread the message of what is going on here. Help people that want to help themselves. Encourage them. God bless you.